it's Emily, and I'm here to do my 1,000 follower Q&A video. And to start off, I want to thank everybody for actually following me because you guys are all fabulous and wonderful, and I never thought I would get this many followers, so it's really nice.
Write
and
a
I love
script.
you all. I'm not writing a script, Ethan! Okay, so I'm just gonna keep doing this, but my brother thinks I can't talk. But I can. I'm a wonderful talker.
She's got like
I'm on
40 takes already. This is.
I'm on my school's forensics team, so he can't even talk. Okay.
I can't talk. I'm on this.
So, no, he wasn't. He was on the debate team. So, yeah. Anyway, to get on with the actual thing, I'm going to start answering your questions. So, I'm going to start off with the people who asked off Anon, and then I'm going to do all the anonymous questions. So, Dream of Gallifrey asked, do you have any nicknames? Now, for all of you who know, my name is Emily, and there are no nicknames you can get out of that, except like M. And my middle name is Josephine, and everybody's like, you really don't look like a Josephine. So I have no nicknames at all. Like, none. And another question they asked was, what character would you like to have back on the show for, like, a season?
What show?
I think it's implied that it's Doctor Who. I don't know. Oh, God. I mean, Jack is wonderful, and I kind of want Yanto back on Torchwood. But Amy or Rose, I think. And I mean, Rose has kind of come back a couple of times, so I guess Amy, because I really love Amy, and Rory and all of them, and it's wonderful. And, the consulting villain asked, have you cosplayed before? If yes, what did you go as? If no, who would you like to go as? Sort of. Sometimes I show up to school in my Fem 11 cosplay, and everybody's just like, what are you doing? Except for the people who are like, oh my god, that's wonderful. And I like that kind of person more. And I really want to make a barmaid Victorian Clara cosplay. So I'm in the process of finding the right patterns, and I have a couple of them already picked out. So I'm going to get those soon. But I'm not really great at sewing, so it's going to be a challenge, but I'm kind of excited to see how it works out. Supersonic Bananas said, when and why did you get into Doctor Who? It actually had a bit to do with him.
That
But
everything to do with me. What do you
not
mean,
really.
what?
So I made a Tumblr back on my birthday, I want to say, in January. It was then, or maybe it was January 21st. Anyway, so on that May, when Name of the Doctor came out, there was so much stuff all over here. And then he had been nagging me, like, watch the series, watch the series. And I finally did. And he wanted me to start from the 11th Doctor. I ended up starting from the beginning.
I did not want you
of
to
the new-
start from the 11th Doctor. I just wanted you to know
Anyway.
the 11th Doctor is far superior to Tennant.
Anyway, so that's why, and that's just about when. So it took me until like the beginning of the summer to finish the series, and I'm really glad I watched it. But Alex Kingston, or Claire, you're wonderful, asked, Jack and Yanto or Ten and Rose? And I really wish I could say this is a hard question, because Ten and Rose are like perfect, they're wonderful. But Jack and Yanto, they're wonderful. They're my favorite ship in the whole world. Oh my god, I love them so much.
Really,
I don't
that's
think
your
you understand.
That's your OTP, is Jack
That
and
is my
Yanto?
that is my OTP, Ethan. That is my OTP to end all OTPs. I don't think you understand how that show Torchwood. If you haven't seen Torchwood and you're okay with like the second episode being about an alien who kills people by having sex, it's like adult Doctor Who, then go watch it now. You really have to go watch it now. Boldly Go, well, with a Q, said, say your URL in Spanish. And what is your favorite Doctor Who outfit? Oh, I have to Google this, actually.
Told you to write a script.
But my
Did you
favorite...
even look at the questions
But
before you did this?
yes, Ethan. But my favorite Doctor Who outfit, I really like... I like a lot of them. But, shoot, what's the episode called? You know Rose's fluffy pink dress? That's wonderful. Oh my god, it's really bad that I can't remember the name of these episodes. It's really sad. I also like what Eleven has.
Not
Oh,
really,
oh,
only like
the
100,000.
Clara's governess dress. That is my favorite, and I want to make that, but I've never been able to find any patterns that would work. It's a struggle. Okay, so English to Spanish. Okay. Souffles. Para Clara. Souffles para Clara.
Actually, be Clara para souffle.
Okay, Ethan, I don't want to hear it. You didn't take Spanish. I didn't take Spanish. But yes.
I'm aware that.
But thank you for your questions.
Sentence
You're wonderful.
order.
Not you, Ethan. Alex Kingston also asked souffles or pie. And just because I've watched Doctor Who longer and I have a mildly unhealthy, severely unhealthy obsession with souffles, I'm going to have to say souffles. Another question she asked, of course, who is your favorite person called Claire? And big surprise would have to be you, because the Claire I know in real life, we're friends, but we're not like great friends. And she doesn't know what Doctor Who is. I don't hate her, Ethan. Anymore. We had this thing going back in like 7th grade. It was weird. It was weird. Anyway, to get on from that, the very last page asked, what was the first fandom you ever felt a part of? Harry Potter, or Star Kid, or Doctor Who. Because Harry Potter was definitely like my first fandom, and I think it is for a lot of people. I need you to stop. So that was nice, but at the same time, there wasn't like a whole lot of activity with it. So I wasn't like a big part of it. Although, fun fact, I've read the books 28 times. It's kind of pathetic. But in a great way.
Really pathetic.
But when I started watching Doctor Who, I really felt like a part of that fandom. And same with Star Kid, because they really like, you know, I think you kind of get what I mean. They're great fandoms, so really wonderful. It's really wonderful. Most embarrassing moment. Oh God, Ethan, do you have any suggestions?
I don't know. I'd have to say your entire life is pretty embarrassing.
Has anything ever happened in Canada?
To you?
Yeah.
I don't really know. Shoot.
I mean, I can't really think of anything that like strikes out as like super mortifyingly embarrassing, which is always a plus, always a plus. Anyway, favorite quotes. I actually have a lot of quotes hanging on my walls for like no reason whatsoever. So, I mean, there's a quote that has nothing to do with any fandom that I really like is, "Nothing is so common as the wish to be remarkable," which is wrongly attributed to Shakespeare, so nobody really knows who said it. Doctor Who, like, 900 years, 1,000 years in time and space, and I've never met anyone who wasn't important. There's that thing I made the typography poster of, which I can't remember. I have a terrible memory, There's happiness can be found in the darkest of times if one simply remembers to turn on the light, which I really wish was in the books, but it wasn't. Of course, this is happening inside of your head, Harry, but why on earth should that mean that it is not real? Things like that. So actually a lot of them are pretty well-known quotes, but I'm kind of okay with that. Anyway, to continue,
Shit.
what do you think about shipping and shippers in general with Destiel? Because I feel like they can be really mean to people who don't ship Destiel. Like, I've been called a homophobe and stuff by Destiel shippers. I think there's always people who ship a ship that take it too far. But at the same time, it's your right to ship a ship, you just shouldn't be mean about it. And I kind of ship. I ship Destiel. Not a lot, because I'm not, like, all the way into the series and everything.
Oh, never mind.
Dean and... Wow. Yep. Wow. He's seen Supernatural, too, so that's why it's even more pathetic.
I haven't really watched them.
I feel like if you're going to be rude to somebody about not shipping a ship, then that's a problem. But I feel like we shouldn't be stereotyping an entire community of shippers, especially a ship that's this popular, because they've been mean before. Rad Lestrade. That's a clever URL. Lestrade. I think it's how it's supposed to be spelled, you know. Anyway, what are your favorite foods and favorite country? Most of my favorite foods are like desserts, but I really like risotto of all kinds, especially butternut squash risotto. Delicious, very tasty.
I just blew up.
Like, risotto is that food I make randomly for no reason. My parents are like, why did you just make risotto?
It's risotto.
That's how Gordon Ramsay says it. That's not how you actually say it. Anyway, so my favorite desserts, chocolate soufflés, tiramisu, creme brulee, delicious, very tasty. Things like that. So I like French food the most, I think. But I really like England as a country, but I guess I would have to say France if I had to pick a favorite country, because it's definitely not America. I'm sorry. I don't like America that much all the time. So, Claire already said, what are your hopes for the new Doctor Who specials coming up? Well, I've never seen any Doctor Who live, and everything I have seen I really enjoyed, so I'm like...
You saw the Name of the Doctor live?
No, I didn't. I was watching, like, Rose or something online while that was on. So, I've never seen a Doctor Who episode live, so I'm really, really looking forward to these, like, a lot. So, I have pretty big hopes for these specials, and for the new Doctor and everything, and I'm gonna be really sad to see Matt Smith go, because he's wonderful. He's great. But I'm really looking forward to these. So I have pretty high hopes, and I really hope Moffat doesn't let me down. Where am I? Top 5 books. Number 1, entire Harry Potter series.
You can't do that.
I can do that. Number 2, I like Divergent, but I don't know if that's one of my top 5. I don't really rank books I read because I read so many way too often. This one book, I read this book and it was really good, and it was called, like, The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight, and it was actually really good. It was really well written and everything, and the plotline wasn't horribly cliched. All these things I've done, I read, and that was pretty good. It's really sad when I can't remember books, but, I mean, I think that kind of, seeing as I remember those, that's saying something. Oh, I always liked the Gallagher Girls series, so I guess that counts.
13 Reasons?
13 Reasons Why was pretty good, yeah. And so was, what was that other, similar to that? Similar. But,
Also,
can you let the cat in, Ethan? I am busy. So, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Okay.
I'm
Amelia's Farewell asked, what is your favorite movie? And this is, I'm not like a movie fanatic, right? So I don't know if I have like a favorite, but I love Finding Nemo. I absolutely love Finding Nemo. Really? He's not wearing pants, and that's really bothering me. But
Clothes.
I love Finding Nemo. It's great. I love most Disney movies, and Tangled is great. Tangled is great too. And Now You See Me, is that what it's called?
Really? Like Disney movies and also Now You See Me.
Can I just talk about movies I enjoy?
God, you're making this like a wash.
That was a good movie.
It was a good movie, but you've clearly not seen any good movies.
I can't remember anything I've ever seen. What's A Beautiful Mind? That is a good movie. That is a very good movie.
Damn straight.
And so is Good Will Hunting. Actually, those two would have to be my favorites. They're very similar plot lines.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They follow. Okay, one's about a schizophrenic guy, but they both follow the sort of genius, oh, woe is me path. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go with A Beautiful
Except
Mind.
one's a true story and one's
Except
not.
one's a true story and one's not, but that's beside the point. So yeah, I like those two movies: A Beautiful Mind, Good Will Hunting, and Finding Nemo. Top 3 movies right there. Okay. How long ago did you join Tumblr? Was asked by Lovely Pondy. Less than a year. I don't know how long that was. It's close to a year now, though, so that's pretty cool.
10 months.
10 months. Thank you, Ethan. Math genius right there.
11 months.
Yet he's okay. And also thank you for that. That's very kind of you to say congratulations. Okay. One of my friends told me to randomly at one point quote Doctor Who in a British accent with no context whatsoever, and you can't relate it to what you're talking about. And you can't post this in advance to warn people, but I'm really not going to do that. But I might, so if I ever just say something Doctor Who in a British accent, know why. Sorry, Sarah. Commander Osmond asks, what is the character that you relate to most and feel the most sympathy for and hate the most? Feel the most sympathy for? Relate to the most. Oh my god, this is a difficult question. As far as hate the most, I don't know if I hate any characters. I relate a lot to Martha, I guess, because she kind of has that, oh god, if I say that I'll sound...
Just say it. You already do.
I relate a lot to Martha because she's really strong and independent, and I really like that about her. And I like to think that I am most of the time strong and independent.
So what you're saying is Martha Jones is an independent black woman
who don't need no... who don't need no man. That's exactly what I'm saying. But also she's really smart, and I'm not an idiot, let's put it that way. So I feel the most sympathy for her. I feel a lot of sympathy for Captain Jack Harkness. Especially if you watch Torchwood. Especially if you watch Torchwood. Oh goodness. He's just wonderful, but when the doctor's like, no, it's upsetting. It's highly upsetting. Who do I hate? What are some Bellatrix? No, I kind of like her. No, Umbridge. Everyone hates Umbridge. I even like Voldemort a little bit.
Who do you hate in the Doctor Who series?
Who do I hate in the Doctor Who series?
Yeah.
Can I hate anybody in that series? I don't know. There's that kid Adam, and he kind of bothered me. Do you guys remember that episode, season 1? The game station one? I apologize for not knowing the names of these. I'll look them up now. Doctor Who episode guide.
That is a really noisy keyboard.
It was just because it was on top of something, so it was flipping back and forth.
Whoa, trick jump. Shit.
What is one ship that makes you want to throw yourself off a building? And that was asked by Emma's Pirate. Jack and Yanto, and I'm gonna do this in a good context, right? Like, because
No,
so
I'm
many
pretty sure
feelings.
that's supposed to be a bad context.
Okay,
Like, what's
so
one shit
many-
you absolutely hate?
Okay, one ship I absolutely love in a good context, Jack and Yanto, forever and ever. Oh god, somebody's going to hate me for saying this, but I don't hate this ship. I can't get behind it at all. And that's, well, like, Draco and Hermione, I don't like that ship very much.
That's
I can't
retarded.
ship them. I can't ship them, I'm sorry. But one ship that I hate, and this is also from Harry Potter series, how can you put together Draco and Harry? I'm sorry. Or any student-teacher relationship.
It's a kissimus. Sorry.
I don't...
I'll explain relationship quadrants later.
So, I mean, they're wonderful,
Oh,
like, and if you
shit.
ship them, that's great, so I don't hate them. I can't ship them. I can't.
Oh shit, it's the Popo.
The Poncho Boys asked, what is your favorite thing about Tumblr? It could be the post, people, fandoms, networks, anything you love. The Bad Wolf Network, which is one of the networks I'm a part of, they're really nice on there, and they're really wonderful and great, and they're really nice to talk to, and that's great. And just the people on this website, because there's so many people who just have so much in common with, and it's like a big community, and I just want to give you all a big hug. Big surprised, she also asked, on a scale of 1 to Jack and Yanto, how much do you love Maya? You're great, okay? Okay, you're really nice. You're wonderful, and I don't know anybody else named Maya. So, but you're really fun to talk to, and I'm glad I converse with you sometimes. Because, yeah. And she asked another question, and this is entitled Real Q&A Question. What is your top OTP, no TP, and bro TP? And 3 TP, okay? Top OTP, Jack and Yanto. Jack and Yanto, let's be real. No TP, the Doctor and Master. No. And bro TP, Amy and the Doctor, or the Doctor and Donna. And 3 TP, this is from Percy Jackson, so this is gonna seem like really weird and so unrelated, but Percy, Annabeth, and Nico, I guess.
God.
Okay?
Damn it, Emily.
Shut up!
That is worse than awful. You should be ashamed of
It's
yourself.
terrible. It's really bad, but it's just, I have to add Nico in there somewhere because of the House of Hades.
Because for like less than a chapter, he's like, oh, by the way, I'm in love with Percy.
Okay, by the way, I'm gay. Like, that's a mainstream children's book even. That's really big for the
We don't know he
LGBTQIA.
could be bisexual.
Okay, he could be bisexual, but let's be real, mainstream media doesn't really know what bisexuality is. And it's really unfortunate. Like, 10 out of 10 bisexuality would
No,
recommend.
we're not talking about this.
Okay, I'm gonna do a cookie. Okay. Winter Dean asked, what are some TV shows, movies, and books that you were excited to watch, read, but ended up disappointing you? Why did they disappoint you? Why didn't you like them? I don't know. This is a hard question. I haven't really read much that I ended up just like hating, like, oh, why did I read that? So, TV shows, I don't know. I do not know. I really don't. I'm sorry. That's probably a terrible answer to your question, but I can't think of anything I've started watching that I'm just like, why did I start reading this, watching this, etc. My Obsessions and Me asked, if you could be turned into a cake, what kind of cake would you like to be? And they also said, are we going to hear you roar? And I don't know what that last part means. But if I was turned into a cake, I would be 5 tiers, chocolate, filled with raspberries, filled with raspberries, chocolate mousse, and chocolate ganache. Topped with ganache. Poured ganache, mind you, to get that really satin look. Not that I'm as pretty as this cake would be. Let's be real. This cake would be perfect. This cake would be like God. And sugar flowers, obviously. Sugar orchids. Orchids are my favorite. Or hydrangeas, but hydrangeas wouldn't work well on this cake. And with little branches, you know. I think that would be really pretty. That would be my cake. That is my cake, everybody. One day when I get married, I'm going to have that cake. And the last of the non-anonymous questions, Bald Karen asked, how would you respond if someone yodeled in your ear? I'd like to give you bonus points for having the most creative question. And I would probably yodel back because I'm not normal. I'm really quite odd. So if somebody did something that was weird, I would do something odd too. So yeah. And now for all of the lovely anonymous people who wanted to contribute to this. What were your first days on Tumblr like? Who were your first Tumblr friends and how did you get to know them? My first days on Tumblr, and by days I mean months, I had like 4 followers, and that's not an exaggeration. I had anywhere from like 4 to 15.
It was an exaggeration.
Anywhere from 4 to 15, it wasn't much of an exaggeration. I had 4 followers for like 2 months. But it was still pretty cool because of all of the people and all of the stuff that you find on this website. So weird, but it's so wonderful. Okay, who were my first Tumblr friends? Tumblr user Oswaldery. So Alex, Alexandra. Did I pronounce that wrong? I don't know. I don't pronounce names right ever. I'm sorry. Here's a heart if I pronounced it wrong. And I got to know her because she was in one of the first networks I was in. So when I introduced myself to everybody, I started a conversation with her, and she was really nice, so I still talk to her, and she's great. And she doesn't live that far away, just like 1 state over. That's pretty close in Tumblr terms, that is. Did you ever have a crush on a cartoon character when you were little? No, I don't think I did. No, I don't think so. Have you ever accidentally flashed someone? I don't think so. Wait. Yeah, I was with a group of friends, and I jumped into the water, and I guess my bathing suit wasn't tied tight enough, because the top part just fell off. And that was pretty uncomfortable, but there was only like 2 guys, and they were looking away at the time that it occurred, so... What?
Nothing.
So... Yes, I guess.
That's an interesting question.
Okay. Oh, wait, did I answer? Okay. Another anonymous asked, show us all of your favorite clothing pieces and outfits, and also, I think this was the same person, that's the only reason why I'm combining these. Do you wear makeup? What makeup do you wear? Show us your makeup collection. Okay. So right now this shirt I'm wearing, it's my favorite sweater ever. I didn't get it that long ago. And I brought down my favorite clothes, so, this dress, I really like this dress. It's like, I also like my Ravenclaw robes and stuff. Those are currently upstairs. I'm not gonna go get them. Big surprise, another dress. I also like that dress a lot. I'm so pretty. I'm so pretty, guys. Another dress, big surprise here. That's my, like, Christmas dress, I guess. I don't know. I like the skirt because it's long enough for me to wear, because when you're 5'11", like, you can't wear anything that's not long. So, this sweater, also blue and polka dotted, which, wow, is like a lot of what I showed you. So, blue polka dotted oversized sweater. And this is probably like my favorite article of clothing. I got it when I went with a friend and stayed in Martha's Vineyard for a few days. And that was probably the best thing ever. So I got this dress there. And it's just my favorite dress. So, yeah. Also this shirt. I like this shirt a lot. It's inside out because I wore it like not that long ago. That shirt, so. Do you wear makeup? What makeup do you wear? Right now I made an effort, so you guys should feel really loved. And I do wear makeup, but not regularly because I have to wake up too early for me, which is actually only like 6:45. But too early for me, so I don't have time to put on makeup a lot. This is my makeup collection. It's mildly organized. I don't wear all of this. Some of this is kind of old. The stuff I wear most regularly is all of my, like, Bobbi Brown stuff, which is because it was recommended by my dermatologist. So, cream, foundation, pink blush. I have lots of different shades of lipstick. This is the one I wear the most. It's the one I'm wearing now, but it kind of came off. Ooh. Look at me, I'm so pretty. I didn't even care how badly I just put that on. I'm beautiful. 10 out of 10 would recommend. This color. That color. My favorite is my bright red lipstick, but I'm not allowed to wear that out of the house. This color. Just kind of like similar to the other one, you know. And bright red. Always favorite. See, who doesn't like bright red lipstick? You can't not like bright red lipstick. Sometimes I wear eyeliner. I'm wearing some right now. But generally, if I put on makeup, that's the last thing I'll put on. So yeah, I have really bad skin. So I try and wear foundation, but again, that doesn't happen. So I actually have quite a bit of makeup. Do you think it's okay to ship real people? It's up to you to ship who you want. I think it's kind of weird to ship real people because, especially if they're like in a relationship, I mean, yeah, you can ship whoever you want, so I guess it's okay, but it's not really my thing just because they're real people that you're like pairing in these relationships. Do you watch any YouTubers? No. No, I don't really. If I'm on YouTube, it's probably to cry over some like fan-made video. What's one dream that you've always had but have been embarrassed to go after or tell people about? I want to be a politician. That's not something I'm really embarrassed about, depending on the context, but most people on Tumblr don't know that. But yeah, I want to go into politics, and I want to go to Oxford. That's probably never going to happen, but I want to go to either Oxford or an Ivy League school because, wow, big ambitions. That's not going to happen. My family can't afford that. I'd need a scholarship. What do you think is the most overrated ship on Tumblr? Destiel is a bit overrated, but I love Destiel. They have a little place in my heart too. There's just a lot of it, and I guess it's because I'm not far enough into the series yet. I'm only on like season 6. So Cass hasn't even been around for that long. So I guess that's why I think that now. Yeah. But I don't think any ship is really overrated.
Damn it.
What is your favorite Sherlock episode? The Reichenbach feels fall. It's the same thing. Oh my god. Just no. Forever no.
What did you just do, you dumb fucking idiot?
I just tore it around because I was having feelings and I ran into a lamp in case you missed that. Oh my god. See, this is what it's like to be an Emily. So yeah, Reichenbach feelings forever and ever. Also, the new season of Sherlock comes on like 2 days after my birthday. And by 2 days, I mean 6 days. My birthday is on the 13th of January, so it's actually quite a bit away. Do you like Supernatural? Why or why not? I do. It's not my favorite show. I like Doctor Who more than I like Supernatural. Same with Sherlock. But I guess it has something to do with I'm not caught up yet. So I do like the show. I like it quite a bit. I'm just not far enough to like it as much as some people, if that makes sense. But still, great show. Do you have any fandoms that you're in that you don't blog? If so, explain. I don't blog Torchwood enough because there's not a lot of it, but I do have a Torchwood side blog. I don't blog Les Mis a lot, but I really like Les Mis. EROTP forever and ever.
Oh my god.
I can't pronounce stuff. Like, fun fact. How does my hair look, by the way? I don't know. Anyway, to get on with this. What are your top 10 most played songs? Most recently played songs? I think this is a great question, but I don't think I can answer it because I don't listen to music. I guess I listen to Star Kid, and that has its own little category, right? But I don't listen to it enough. But no, I don't listen to music. There's no music on my phone. So I can't really answer this question. What weather do you like most?
Fuck, why don't you kill that?
I like the fall or the spring when it's kind of chilly but not too cold, and when the leaves are really pretty. Not a fan of winter. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes it's too cold for me. And I like it when it snows and when I can bundle up in here with like 12 and a half blankets. So I guess that's always a good thing. Favorite outfit? I kind of already answered that. And this is, I guess, might be my favorite outfit. Just this with like jeans. Also, do you like these socks? I do. I'm not wearing two of the same. Okay, this is a day for history, people, friends. I'm wearing the same socks. I have not worn the same socks for over 2 years.
You did yesterday.
No, I didn't. The socks I was wearing yesterday, one of them was purple, one of them was green. They were both had this cool, pretty, like, minty pastel color, and that was nice. But no, I was not wearing the same socks. I never wear the same socks. I wear very similar socks, like 2 different white socks. But I guess it's because these are the kind of socks that are just like, these are the Bath & Body Works lotion-infused socks. So it's kind of weird to only be wearing one. Like, foot heaven. Favorite outfit, already answered. Are you excited for Christmas? I am so excited for Christmas. At my school, every time I go into the hallway, there's at least 2 or 3 people singing Christmas carols, which I would totally sing right now, but my voice is like a dying cat. Like, Ethan, would you like to sing with me?
Nope.
Okay.
Why
On
would
the
I?
first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. I'm not gonna keep doing that. I'm
Shut
never
up.
gonna keep doing that. Oh my god, I'm a terrible singer. Terrible. Oh god, it's really bad. It's really bad. Do you watch any reality shows, not just about people's lives, but things like Say Yes to the Dress? I don't watch TV unless it's Doctor Who, Sherlock, Supernatural, Merlin.
Dance
which
Moms, Say Yes to the Dress, Say Yes to the Dress, Georgia, TLC.
No, I don't-
Literally anything on TLC.
sometimes I watch TLC. Sometimes, but I don't have enough time now. I haven't watched anything other than like catching up with Merlin, which is the only reason I included that, because why would they cancel that show? Why? It's a perfect show, by the way.
Fuck! Fucking cunt!
He's very bad mouth. But I watched politics a lot, MSNBC, CNN, and Fox, which I kind of just watched to laugh.
You
So
just
not to-
alienated half of your followers.
Not-
I guarantee it. Why are you still alive?
Why am I still alive? I can edit that out if I have to.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about these stupid.
It's
you
like-
fucking cunts.
I don't know. Fox News isn't my thing. I watch it though. I like to get every opinion, because I feel like if I don't have a lot of opinions, people won't take me well, if I don't know a lot about what's going on, people don't take me seriously. They don't take me seriously to begin with, because I am a 14-year-old girl. But I watch the news enough, like, and by enough, I mean every day, at least an hour, to know what's going on quite a bit. One thing I'm proud of about myself is I actually know what's going on in the world. Well, I can't pronounce that word. What is your first fandom and ship? First fandom, Harry Potter. First ship?
Maybe it means the
Wrote-
first ship from your first fandom. I don't know.
My first ship is from my first fandom, so it kind of counts. Rose and Scorpius. Next Generation. Yeah.
You make me sick.
Also, I like Harry and Ginny a lot, so I ship them. Did I ship any Dean and Seamus. Dean and Seamus. Oh god. I shipped them, and I think they were one of my first ships. Definitely my first / ship. Dean and Seamus. They're cute together. They are. I don't ship them as much anymore. Who's your favorite characters? Rose, Martha, and Amy. Yeah. I think they're my 3 favorite companions. Not that I don't love all of the companions, but I think those are my 3 favorite. Oh, wait. Pause. Rewind. Also, Gwen Cooper, Yanto Jones, and Captain Jack Harkness. Oh, Torchwood. I mean, Jack is like many things. But, yeah. What do you think about crazy shippers? I'd like to applaud them for being that into something, because
You are one of those.
I am one of those crazy shippers, let's be real. I'm not going to offend, I'm not like, if by crazy shippers you mean offensive shippers, I feel like shipping is supposed to be that world where you can ship Wincest and not have somebody be like, go burn in hell.
Dated that one guy.
He ships Wincest. My brother ships Wincest.
I don't ship Wincest.
Yes, you do. He said he does. So I feel like if you're going to be offensive about it, don't. It's not nice. Shipping is supposed to be that place where you can, like, think whatever you want and not have people come, like, unless you're rating My Immortal, the sequel.
Someone's doing that?
No,
Why would you
thank God,
why would-
no. Speaking of My Immortal, I had somebody ask me, and I didn't want to do this, Sarah. It was my friend
You didn't want
Sarah.
to do it, then why are you doing it?
I'm going to do it now. They asked me to read a snippet from my favorite book, but I was too lazy to get a book, but instead I'm going to read some of My Immortal.
Why would you do that?
By the way, her URL is David Tennant Billy Piper, slashes in between everything, spelled correctly. I'm going to read you guys a bit of My Immortal right now, because I feel like everybody needs that in their day. Okay. Let me find a good part to start at. And by good part, I mean all of it's awful. Oh Lord, have mercy on my poor soul. This is terrible. Here, let me... Okay. Anyway, this is the part I'm going to read. It's not that long, but it's terrible spelling and it's really funny. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both of my wrists. They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on a Linkin Park shirt at full volume. I grabbed a stake and almost stuck it in my heart to commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed! Exclamation point,
Why are you
exclamation
reading
point,
it like that?
exclamation
Why not
point.
at least read it like a real thing?
I got out of the bathtub and put on a low-cut dress with lace all over it. Sandly. I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff at the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings.
I thought she was just listening to Linkin Park and had
I
a Linkin
couldn't
Park t-shirt on
fucking-
full volume.
I couldn't fucking believe it. Then I looked out the window and screamed. Snap was spying on me and he was taking a videotape of me, and Lupin was masticating to it. They
That
were
means
sitting
chewing.
on their... Oh my lord!
This is where I die. Masticating to it?
Masticating.
He was chewing. You know what? Fuck it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's continue. How did you get into Doctor Who? I sort of already answered that. Last episode so far of season 7, and that's kind of, it snowballed from there. And it was because of Tumblr. I think a lot of it had to do with seeing so much Doctor Who on my dash and having Ethan nag me all the time. What is one ship you thought you would never ship, but now you ship it? Hooflay. Definitely Hooflay. I didn't think I would ship that. I'd seen it a lot and stuff. But the thing was, the first time I watched through the season 7 part 2, I wasn't like really into it. I just wasn't paying enough attention to the episodes as I watched them, I guess. So I watched them through a second time, and I started to ship them. Oops. Except, no, I ship them. That's the ship I never thought I would ship, but I definitely ship. Ethan, get the phone. If you could sit down with any fictional character and have a long conversation with
Banking. My name is Ethan Martin. How may I help you?
them,
Yes. How are you?
who would you talk to and what about?
I'm feeling okay.
Captain Jack Harkness is who I would talk to, and
Not yet. Why?
I don't know. I would just talk about like his time with like how it was to like travel with the Doctor, and you
yeah,
know
okay.
everything
I
like
mean,
his adventures and
his
Torchwood
class
and
starts in 8
Yonto.
minutes.
Yonto.
Yeah.
Yonto, baby, you're perfect. How many books do you think you have read in your entire life total? Probably over 5,000, because I go through these periods of reading upwards of 26 books in a week. I think my record is 26 books in a week. So it's 10 to 26, which I don't know how I accomplish, especially during the summer, because my mom works at Barnes & Noble, and so when she's there, sometimes I go in and I can read the books back in her office, and she gets discounts, and if it's hardcover and you put a book cover on it, you can check out a book for like a couple days, so I read books that way. Same with Nooks and stuff, so it's really helpful to have a parent work at Barnes & Noble. And this is my last question, and I think this is a really good question to end it on. What show do you think has affected you the most? I think the answer to that is Doctor Who. And if you're in my network, I posted something like really long about it, and yeah. So, I mean, it's just a great community of people and all to talk to. And I'm really glad I started watching because it really changed my life for like the better. So I'm really glad that I watched that show. And it wasn't in like the best place last year when I started watching it, and it just helped so much, and it was really great. So I'm really glad that I started watching that show. And I just, yeah, so that's my last question, and I'd just like to thank you all for following me to get me to this goal, because I'm so grateful that you guys have decided to. It's really wonderful of you. And yeah, and I want to thank you guys for sending all of these questions to take up 51 minutes. So yeah, that's all. So thank you for watching this video of mine, and here's a hug. Here's a hug for all of you. You guys are wonderful, and thank you guys for everything, okay? For being wonderful, and Doctor Who, and Sherlock, and Supernatural, and putting up with me when I rant about stuff and live blog things, and yeah. So just a huge thank you, and thank you to the people who've blogs of the months I've been, the Tumblr awards I've won, and just everything like that. And thank you for all the people who reblogged that edit of mine. Like, wow, that's great. So yeah, that's all. Thank you guys for watching. If you did, if you didn't, that's fine too. But anyway, so yeah, thank you guys a lot. And here's an uncomfortable shaped heart. Thank you. Have a good day.